All right. Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to Dwarf Fortress. I will still play the old version 4024. Create a new world. I would love to have a large world, but I have heard that they are quite slow to play. So I'll take medium. 250 years of history. Should be enough. Now look at this dwarven civilization over here. Across all the mountain range, Spectra is yaying, enjoying Dwarf Fortress stream. Okay. Oh, Necromancer Tower next to the Dwarven civilization. Optimus is asking, what location will you choose? I have no idea yet. It's up to you. Actually, not quite. I'm listening to your suggestions, and then I will make my own decision. Ice Embark for the world for the win. Yes, Ice Embark. I was already thinking last time about an Ice Embark. We could look for a cold thing. How do you deal with an aquifer on icy Embark? Like if it's freezing, the water which comes out of the aquifer should freeze immediately, right? I wonder how do you deal with in freezing weather with an aquifer. Necromancer Tower Embark? Oh, I do not dare to do that yet. I don't have any experience with zombies. Well, I have an experience with zombies, but that experience is about as equally bad as with demons. You just 2 zombies enter your map, and soon enough it's 20 zombies, then 40, and then the fortress goes down. That's my last experience with zombies. All because all the chopped body parts from the original zombies were somehow reanimated, and wow, look at this. Terrifying and freezing. So yes, export image. Just make a 3x3 channel, fill up with ice, dig out the middle one. And you're through aquifer on freezing? The reason why I won't choose freezing aquifer Embark is that we are embarking in the spring. And I think in freezing you've got like everything except summer is freezing, or isn't it? I don't actually know how much freezing it is, but I suspect that the real freezing weather we need for an aquifer to get below the aquifer is only in the winter, in the very coldest season. So we would have to wait a whole year for that weather. It would be better to have a fortress and let it go down early winter or at the end of autumn, and the next embark could then be a freezing aquifer embark, because you would then embark in the winter time, where you would expect the coldest possible weather. Good evening, Legend and Ratsok. What version did you end up with? 4024. I do not dare to play the new one yet. No, for that I have too many hopes to have a good fortress. Yeah, let's take a look at it. Okay, so pretty much a connected world. Big dwarven civilization here, humans here, elves here. Another thing here, necromancer here. Humans. Goblins. Another necromancer here. Goblins, wow, and along the river. Down the stream they were settling. Goblins, and look at these. Lonesome dwarven civilization over here. Fighting goblins from the northwest and south. Another civilization of dwarves here, fighting the elves and goblins probably, or here. At the edge of a haunted or terrifying area. Then we have glacier. Whole island of goblins. Oh, what is this yellow? That's a sandy hill. Okay, so if you want something freezing, we should be in the south here. Like maybe if we pick this civilization and go look around here, I think we could find something suitable, or maybe around here with a little bit of terrifying thing. Well, we will see. The last impression I had from terrifying is that it's quite playable. It's just bad for your eyes to watch all the wormy tendrils and bulging eyes instead of grass. I'm not sure whether to take one warrior dwarf or two. Axe dwarf plus Bender says, I made a new world as well now. The dimension of legends. And a terrifying biome can be very hard, for example, acid rain and such. Okay, maybe we just go freezing for the moment. After all, I want to survive quite a long time now. So how about this? Freezing aquifer. Okay, that's not what I wanted. Freezing is there not cold. Cold mountains with scarce vegetation, no trees. Ooh, whoa, whoa. Heavily forested and freezing. Aquifer. Shallow metals. Icon has shallow metals. I'd like some shallow metals. Very deep soil, aquifer. Why you know shallow metals? Shallow metals! Shallow metals, aquifer, deep metals. Yeah, I like this. So let's find a better position here. We've got 4 tiles of shallow metals and 5 tiles of aquifer. What if we take this? Then we have no aquifer in the middle of the map. And aquifer all around. Like, not all around, but you see the basically every corner except, so no aquifer in the middle and the southeast. And aquifer pretty much anywhere else. Where there is no aquifer, we will have shallow metals and sand. And where there is aquifer, we will have deep metals. Problem is that this has got no flux stone. Flux stone, hey? Flux stone. Flux stone can be imported as long as you are not mountain homes. But who needs steel if you can have adamantine, right? How about some flux stone? No flux? Flux stone? Flux stone here, deep metals, but no shallow metals. Down there is a terrifying glacier. Yes, I have seen it, don't worry. Well, that's not what I'm aiming for. Why not find aquifer? Yes. Shallow metal, deep metal, flagstone. Shallow metal multiple if possible, but it's not really necessary. And vegetation. I need vegetation, but okay. All right, let's search. Do search. Enter. And the red X's are potential candidates. No, it is not. Where are my potential candidates? All over the place, they say. That's not true. Shallow metal, deep metal, flagstone, aquifer. Freezing, but I need trees. Heavily forested, yes. Yes. I think we've found our embark. It's full aquifer though. Sword Roughness is the brook called. Sword Roughness. I like that name. Thick vegetation. Freezing freshwater swamp. So the murk of meteors and the fortunate blizzard. Very deep soil, sand, aquifer, shallow metals. Gaba says, well, there is always goblinite. Yes, I don't need iron, but flagstone I would not like to miss. Although it can be challenging without flagstone as well. But we have aquifer. We have aquifer, and that's our challenge. Freezing and heavily forested. Scarce trees, heavily forested. Maybe we could move one more down. So scarce trees here, heavily forested here. How about the elevation here? We've got goblins, no humans. Pick a dwarven civilization. So which civilization would be most likely to... Pillars of Autumn, of course. Yeah, and most likely to expand there. Pillars of Autumn. Relative elevation. It is pretty low and reasonably flat. Low to medium cliffs. Okay. Although low to medium cliffs is pretty boring. I either like it Well, I like it somewhat hilly too, like medium cliffs. But can't be too picky, can we? Oh, there are medium cliffs over there. If we move our square over here, then we still have freezing and forested, but no scarce tree. But it's different biomes. Different biomes means we can probably have also different sorts of metals there. Pillars of Autumn, Spartan Fortress confirmed. Well, yes, I can't just quite decide where to do it. Whether we will be all heavily forested, like a freezing tundra or whatever, taiga, tundra rather than taiga, I think. If it's forested, tundra is like a taiga is like a savanna, right? Like a freezing savanna, and tundra is with trees. Let me look it up. I ought to know this. What is a tundra? Tundra is not many trees. Yeah, it's like this. Yeah, and taiga. Taiga is not many trees either. Well, yeah, some trees, but not heavily forested. But what is heavily forested and freezing? Boreal forest. Cold climate. Boreal forest. Ha. Yeah. It doesn't look like freezing, is it? But it can be. It's like Canada, Alaska, sort of. Yeah, so it is. Here we are. That's, yeah, all of Canada basically. So something like this we are to expect here. These areas around the polar or the what is this this point on our Earth called where there is this solstice? Not solstice is, wait. Yeah, solstice, I think. But where is this? Yeah, the boreal forest. Okay, so that we want. That looks like it. Aquifer. Just before we do it, oh, that's warm. That's 4 cc's. Okay, we go. Fortunate blizzard and the what did Bender say? Spartan pillars of autumn. Yeah, pillars of autumn is our civilization. Okay, so we take this and we take this. This and that. No, it's like 4 to 5. It will be interesting to play on this river, but okay, I'll take it. So medium cliffs at the south, low cliffs on the in the north, a river in between, Could be a bridged fortress, and not really, but it's not a real valley, but we will see. Pillars of Autumn. Embark. You have selected an area with an aquifer. It might be very difficult to obtain stone there. Okay. Prepare carefully. So what do we don't need? We don't need... I don't think we need an anvil. Anvil will be bought from the caravan. We don't need wheelbarrow, step ladder, crutches, splints, buckets, no quivers, ropes. Ooh, ropes. Nope. Fiber bags, yes. Thread cloth. Actually, we don't need that many. Plump helmets, yes. Brown bullhead, that's a fish, isn't it? Mule spleen. Dimple cup spawns, we take 10. Rock nuts, take 10. I kickstart our farms, and pigtail seeds I think we will take 12. Plump helmets, 10. Dwarven beer. Copper battle axes. Should we really take some stone with us? Why do we need stone? Everything can be built out of wood. Mechanisms, right? No, wait, stone? Mechanisms we need? No, we need stone for mechanisms. I don't think that there are wooden mechanisms. So yes, let's pick some stone here. Like limonite would be good. Because that's an ore of iron. But they don't have limonite. No magnetite. Hematite, they have hematite. Oh dear, 24 points for hematite. I don't know, let's take gabbro. Okay. And we will need to provide for the dwarves. So we need a cat, and we need a dog. Pair of dogs, really? Why dogs? A hunting dog. Hunting dog will be good. Then I would like some poultry or llamas. Maybe llamas don't really like the freezing weather. Alpacas. Where do alpacas live? Now over here, in the Andes, distribution. Is there something about distribution and climate? It doesn't look like. Doesn't look like they live in cold climates. So maybe llama. It's all across the Andes. And Andes can be cold, right? What's this? Does this look cold? No, it's just stone. It's not really cold either. San Pedro de Atacama. Okay, what sheep? We take sheep. Okay. And I think Drake and the duck can we take as well. All right, yaks. We could take yaks. Yaks are typical for cold weather, aren't they? Yeah. Goodbye sheep. Hello yaks. But yaks are, wow, they are expensive. Now we will take sheep and we will buy yaks later. You can be a Nordic Sami raising reindeers. Reindeers, oh yes. But they are expensive. I will take sheep. We will slaughter them once we get a couple of reindeers or yaks. Yes. Like the Sami people. Yes, I would like that. Good. So, back to our equipment. So, we have everything, right? 2 picks, 2 axes. 2 axes? Isn't that too much? Like we could take 1 axe and 1 mace. I would like an axe-mace combination. Silver mace. Whoa. Okay. 170. No. No, sir. But copper mace, yes. Instead of 1 battle axe. Maybe 2 battle axes. We will see. Maybe we don't really need. We don't really need too many. But the hunter, if we don't take a mace, what if we take a crossbow Copper crossbow is only 20 points. That's pretty cheap. And then we will make some bolts. Copper bolts. Wow, but 25 copper bolts is ooh. And it's like one battle axe. One battle axe costs 68. One crossbow with 25 bolts costs 50, 72, like 70. Let's see. So let's have 2 miners. We will try to find some strong guys. She's agile, susceptible disease. Okay. Anybody strong here? Indefatigable and quite durable. Clumsy and very slow to heal. Miner. Quick to heal, flimsy, clumsy, very weak. But great creativity, kinesthetic sense, sharp intellect, willpower, patience. Okay, that can be carpenter. Do I really need a carpenter? What do I plan to make out of wood? Yeah, I mean, lots of bins, lots of barrels. Sure, be a carpenter. Almost never sick and tough. She has an iron will. Miner. Very good sense of empathy, good creativity. Yeah, this will be miner. Miner number 2. How about this? Kinesthetic sense, good sense of empathy, good creativity. Clumsy mason. This guy, I don't know. We need a farmer. Absolutely detests worms, so better be not farmer. What will this guy be? This guy will be our fighter. Will be our ex-dwarf. And a fighter. How about this guy? Detests lizards. Goat cheese, meat, rice flour. Some of patience. Yeah. Looks like a farmer to me. Grower. Then we will have do we have a mason yet? Miner, carpenter, miner, mason. Okay, gem cutter, potter, glazer. Mechanic is not so bad. A little bit of mechanic, yes. But don't overdo it. Leather worker. There will not be too much leather at the beginning to work. So But I think we will need somebody like Cook. And Brewer. All right, 250 points we have. 250 points. That's like a couple of yaks. A couple of yaks and some more. Diagnostician, says Red Sock. Yes, diagnostician indeed, because I remember when that we could not get a good diagnostician in so many migrant waves. Brewer, cook, mechanic, diagnostician. Maybe diagnosticians should have great sense of empathy. I think that's a feel for social relationship. Great feel. So yeah, that's probably the best diagnostician. But we skilled diagnostician. Well, yeah, and a suturer maybe for this guy. Sharp intellect, very good intuition. He will be novice surgeon, novice bone doctor, novice suturer. Actually, suturer better, and we still have a couple of yaks now. Yak bull, yak cow, and 2 more points. We will take an extra bolt. Good. So I like this config for the location where we are embarking. 4 sheep, 2 yaks, couple of ducks, couple cats, couple dogs, 1 hunting dog. Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this. We don't have an ambusher. So I'd say goodbye, a couple of yaks, or at least goodbye to ewes maybe, or 1 ewe maybe. Hello, Arnar Freyr Astvaldsson. Anvil and so no anvil. We will not get to make any metal until we dig to magma. I would not like to have a metal industry fueled by charcoal. No. While it is possible and the heavily forested area could probably support it, I still don't like it. Well, maybe why don't I like it? Well, I don't like it because in times of old Dwarf Fortress version you needed like 2 or 3 levels of underground wood and tree farm to really support a metal industry fueled by wood and charcoal. But now, well, now you still need a couple of years before the young trees grow. Wow, you're the best guy to pronounce my name so far. Okay, that sounds Icelandic or Norway, Norwegian. But Astvaldsson, Arnar Freyr Astvaldsson. I like these Nordic Icelandic names. I like them. So yes, an ambusher. We need an ambusher hunter. We have a hunting dog, but we don't have a hunter. We don't have a crossbowman. So let's think about this. Let's not think about this. Let's actually. Who is this? This is our mason, isn't it? Yes. No, that's our miner. This is our carpenter. Yeah, carpenter will not. Well, carpenter miner. Let's have a miner. Miner make ambusher. Make one of the miners ambusher. If he sends for music, good poor memory, iron will. Never sick and tough. I think he'll make a good ambusher. So ambusher, skilled ambusher, and crossbow dwarf, marked dwarf. Where's that? Crossbowman. Here we go. And those other dwarves, the military guy, which is not the mason but the axeman, should not only be axeman and fighter, but also somewhat a dodger, maybe. Dodger can't harm. We still have 2 points. Arnar is asking, is the whole game just text? No. We are just preparing. This is the screen where we put together our inventory, what to take on an embark to found a new fortress of dwarves. Like we are 7 members of dwarven civilization. These 7 members, they have names and they are currently all peasants, but they have some skills here which I have defined. And they are embarking on a journey to found a new settlement for this dwarven civilization. And we've picked up quite a challenging site for it. We are embarking on in a freezing climate with a quite heavily forested, and it is very very hard to dig underground because there's an aquifer layer. It's a stone which just is full of water, and once you start digging this stone, it will start flooding the area. So we must think of some clever way. Actually, I hope that it will be so freezing that the water will immediately freeze, or if not, then we will pump it out and dig anyway. So we will take. Okay, let's take like one more bolt. Okay, so we've got an ambusher. We've got our cattle and stuff done. So we now embark. Actually, I wanted to pick a name for the fortress, but okay, let it be the random number god. Tonepages is the name of the fortress. Balmerul, Tonepages. Okay. Well, I've seen worse. I've seen better. Tonepages. So let's. I renaming the stream Embark to Tonepages Embark. Okay, so there are almost no supplies left. With stout labor comes sustenance, whether by bolt, plow, or hook. Provide for your dwarves. You are expecting supply caravan just before winter entombs you. But it is spring now, enough time to delve secure lodgings. Here the wolves get hungry. Okay, so we probably have some wolves around. How long to an actual game? Don't worry, the actual game has started right now. It's saving. This is our embark. We see the dwarfs here. These little smiley faces are our dwarfs. These are tree stems, and these are very thick tree trunks. This is our wagon, our duck, one of our yaks, And it seems the wagon has been pulled by yaks as well, so we've actually have 4 yaks now. 2 bulls and 2 cows. Shrub and grass covered by snow. This is the mini map. So let's take a look at the surroundings here. We see our 7 dwarves, 2 yaks, 2 drakes, our 3 sheep, 2 cats, 1 dog and 1 hunting dog. No other creatures nearby. And let's see about the map. Okay, so it's a relatively flat area. We have slight... This is the trees. You can see the tree branches and leaves. Here we see some slight slopes here, but and the frozen river below. Okay, wow, it's a nice. I like this river line. It's got an interesting line here. These. All hail Balmoral. Good evening, Exosolaris and Gaba. Fantastic to see a new Embark. Don't dip too deep too early. No, don't worry. We have an aquifer. This is full aquifer. There is not a single piece of non-aquifer. So we have quite some work to do. This will keep us busy for the rest of the, for at least half a year, I believe. It depends on how deep the aquifer is. If it's only one layer of aquifer, or 2, 3, maybe even more. So it's all trees here. Pile of snow. Apple tree. Okay, this is an apple tree. This is alder, hazelnuts, ash, bayberry tree. Okay. Adamantine river? No, it's frozen. It's not adamantine. This is just ice. It's freezing. It's freezing outside. All right. Arnar said, this is an interesting game. Arnar, this is the... I'm so passionate about this game. This is the best game. I've played many games, but this game is... Wow, look at this. Our wagon is on top of the river. We need to we need to move all the goods from the wagon before it gets too warm and the river will thaw. Then it's all submerged. Wow. And pretty much... Wow, so we need to act pretty fast. All right, so what we will do... there is no good hillside which we could use as a gate to our fortress. We could use this as sort of an entrance and dig down, but that's too far. That's too far. We don't want to be that far. It's a waste of time, I think. I think we can dig straight down. Roughly here. We can chop down these trees. We'll need wood anyway. And so I'll designate these trees to be chopped down. What are these other symbols? Oh, is this stones? Oh, it's like a brook. I see. So it's not a real river. It's just a brook. It's the uncovered parts of the frozen brook. Yeah. How old is Dwarf Fortress? Well, yes, they went public in 2006, but there was a long break until the early updates were really slow. It was like 2, maybe 3 years of break between somewhat more regular updates. Nowadays, the Dwarf Fortress has major updates every year, almost yearly, with minor updates spread through the years. And we are just ahead of a big update of Dwarf Fortress. I'm still playing the older version, but there is an upcoming big update with really cool features where dwarves learned how to read and write and dance and be scholars, all these scholarly things, and poets and musicians, how to use musical instruments. It's been implemented now, but not in this version we play here. So okay, yeah, what and how to do here? I guess we will need an access for the caravan in the winter, which should be underground. Otherwise, well, I can imagine building an above ground caravan depot, but somehow no. Let's dig a channel. Dig a channel right here as an entrance, and underground we'll dig, I don't know, this much, and we should start our farms as soon as possible, I think. So before we even get too fancy about much of planning, the next thing my dwarves will dig is probably a farm for underground plants, which could be slightly bigger than this, like this. Yep, I think I'd like that. Farm like this. Okay. We mustn't forget that we have aquifer here, and I don't really know how does an aquifer feel like in the winter. Does it really freeze immediately? Like does the water flow out from the aquifer stone and freezes to a cube of ice, or does it freeze even inside the aquifer? Arnar says, I think if they had taken the time to make graphics, that would be a super awesome game. Arnar, there is graphics packs. I just don't use them. You can install a sort of a graphic pack where you can see not color-coded dwarves, but you can see that this is a woodcutter, this is a, I don't know, a clerk, this is a farmer, this is a miner with a pick, this is a mason. There are some graphic packs like this. I just don't use them. And where you, instead of a Y, you say yak symbol, or a duck or a dog here. There are things like that. Gaba says, I read only surface water freezes. Well, surface water, so yes, so it needs to have contact with the surface, right? So our only chance to dig through the aquifer quickly is to expose it to the surface. Expose it to the surface. Yes. All right. So is there anything we can do with the other dwarves while the miners are digging? I think there is. No matter whether we have stockpiles or not, we need to move things off the wagon, because as soon as the river thaws, our wagon is gone, and with it all our supplies. So we better make preliminary stockpiles somewhere. I don't care where, just anywhere. So let's see what we have there. We have lots of food, it seems, so let's make a food stockpile and designate a food stockpile to be like right here. Okay, and that's what the others can do, while Yugoslovenka says aquifers do not freeze, as I recall. Well, the water in the aquifer does not freeze because it's covered by the ground. It's not exposed. But what happens if you really strip off the ground above the aquifer and really dig into it? I think then it will freeze. If you break the aquifer surface and expose it to like it's, I imagine it's the same principle as exposing underground tiles to sunlight to make them light. If you expose aquifer to a freezing climate like that, then I think it will freeze immediately. And Paul is asking, does the aquifer cover the entire map? Yes, Paul, it does. We don't have a single tile of solid rock. There may be some gem clusters where we could mine through a gem cluster, but I would not bet on it. So our dwarves are started hauling all the food. Okay, what else is there in the wagon? We have some plant seeds, fish barrel, plant barrel, pigtail fiber cloth, gabbro copper bolts. Okay, so it seems like we need a cloth, a bag stockpile, or a finished goods stockpile, or something like that. Finished goods. PC finished goods G. I got. Well, this is not a good idea to store it over the river. That doesn't serve the purpose. So store it here. Finished goods. Gabba says, Nagidal, there is a really nice trap for invaders with water on a freezing biome. Really? Water in a freezing biome? Yes. How? Ah, I can see. Actually, I can't see. Well, I can see. Goblins can swim, right? But like if we had something like a bridge or a corridor which would be covered by a retracting bridge, the goblins would walk through the bridge, we would flood it, maybe they would drown, maybe they wouldn't, but as we would flood it, we would then retract the bridge which covers it. It would uncover and it would freeze, and all the goblins would be frozen there. Does it work like that, or what sort of trap do you have in mind? I think, Paul, the stream might be lagging just for you because I can see it quite fluently. Channel goblins, channel water, goblins ice block. Yeah. Goblins in, well, make a channel, goblins in channel. Water around goblins. Yeah, but they have to be first immersed in liquid water and then suddenly uncovered for insta freezing. It's not like you can pour water in the freezing outside. The water would turn to ice before it could flood the goblins, right? The goblins have to be first fully immersed in water. And it's not such a bad idea. I like it. It could be even more efficient than was our bridge with the retracting bridge under which we had these upright spears for the goblins to be impaled on. This freezing thing would be good. Channel, flood the channel, cover it up so that it doesn't freeze, and yeah, I think we will do it. We will do it. Just needs to find out where do the goblins. Oh, we have ravens. Okay, ravens are not worth it. Okay, no, so finished goods is not the type of stockpile I want. I need a stockpile which would accept cloth as well as bags. Yeah, cloth and bags, I think. Okay, so change it. Change this stockpile to cloth and bags rather than finished goods. I need cloth and I need boxes and bags. Yeah. Ha! I realized I don't have a woodcutter. These trees are still designated to be cut down, and it's been 16 days. And we did not really cut down. Oh, not 16 days. I think we embarked on the 15th. It's been like a day. We did not cut down a single tree yet. So let me fire up the therapist. Let's have a carpenter. Carpenter we have already, but yeah, okay, let's make him a woodcutter too. So he would probably go, and my miners are almost done. And where should we try to strip off the aquifer? I wonder. How about we undesignate these trees and rather cut down these trees. And then we can sort of have a probe here, like a 5x5. And here we have dug out some space where we can start immediately the farms. So our farmer should build a farm plot, actually build 2 farm plots. Now I have a seeds stockpile here, and as seeds we need pigtail and plump helmets, I think, are currently wanted. So our miners, and here we have lots of wood. One tree has been felled. From this wood we can make a carpenter's workshop. The problem is that my woodcutter is also the carpenter, but I think he can handle both tasks. Yeah, right. Good. Then we will channel this. All right, and here we see what sort of Peat. Ha! Peat can contain aquifer. But it somehow doesn't. Peat. I wonder whether this is already the aquifer. But is peat a stone? If it can be smoothed, it's a stone. It can't be smoothed. So peat is a sort of peat is a soil type, if I understand it right. Type of soil, yes. Okay. Properties, aquifer. What? Peat layers can occasionally contain aquifer. I must really read about aquifer in freezing. If you're playing a freezing or very cold landscape where it snows winter and instantly freezes water on the map, you can dig out a 3x3 hole in the ground using channels. Make it deeper and deeper until you reach the aquifer level. Once you reach the damp rock, tunnel into it, up and down staircases, then channel out the downstairs. The exposed water will turn into ice, digging the up downstairs before channeling allows the tiles to safely fill 7-7 before being frozen. This avoids the hazard of miners being encased in ice and avoids a bug where frozen water, which is less than 7-7, does not produce a floor above it. The central square of the 3x3 hole should be tunnelable ice, so you can get to the rock beneath. Oh yes, if your fortress is at a zone that gets warm, build walls around the inside of the hole to stop the water coming in once the ice melts. If the aquifer is multiple layers deep, you will need to start with a sufficiently large hole to account for both an ice wall to seal the aquifer and a constructed wall to seal the ice wall for each layer of the aquifer. A pump-based method might be preferable. Really. An alternative to building a second wall to seal the ice wall, you can establish a drain into the caverns and build a constructed wall when the melt comes. Well. I understand like 30% of what they are writing here. But do we have a damp stone here? I don't think we have a damp stone. What if I dig downstairs here? Damp, silty, clay, loam, wall. That's a damp stone. which means this stone is the aquifer layer. This silty clay is the aquifer. And it's only the first layer of it. So now I don't know exactly what to do here. If we mine this, it will flood with water and freeze. But to dig it again, well, I don't understand this. We will probably have the pump method. I really have no idea how to do this with just the freezing method. Dig out a 3x3 hole using channels, make it deeper and deeper until you reach the aquifer level. Once you reach the damp rock, tunnel into it with up and down staircases, then channel out the downstairs. The exposed water will turn into ice. Because this is only this is only a recipe how to get a 1x1 hole underneath the aquifer. 1x1 hole is by far not enough to support a whole fortress. We need at least 2x2. At least. So I would prefer pumping just the classical double slit method. Channel out the downstairs. Tunnel it into it with down staircases, with up and down staircases, then channel out the downstairs. The exposed water will turn into ice. Taking the well, if we want well, let me try it. We can have something like a 3x3 staircase, which would mean we need a 5x5 5x5 thing. Actually 7. If we have a 7x7, because if we have a 7x7 hole, if we have a 7x7 hole in the aquifer, then the outer rim of the hole, actually the whole surface of 7x7 will turn into ice once exposed. And we leave the outer rim, which will be the ice which seals off the aquifer for further flooding. Then we will build a wall around the ice, just in case it gets warm enough so that the ice would melt. And within this 5x5 wall, we can safely build a 3x3 staircase. And that would be the breakthrough one layer of aquifer. But if this bad boy is more than one layer thick, boy, then we need a real big hole then. And I don't like the idea of expanding this hole ever further. No, I says we'll have the aquifer pumped out. So let's build a mason's workshop. Oh, I see. The farmer has built the thing so we can plant plump helmets and the sweet pods. So we need change settings, seeds, not prepared food please, but plump helmet spawn. Sweet pods. Rock nuts. Good. So now we need to dig out up and down stairs. I need to revisit the aquifer cage double slit method. I see. So we need a central staircase here then. Like wait, like this is the last solid layer. Aha. Okay, so I have sort of messed it up a little bit, but not too badly. Not too badly. We shall have our very own fortress entrance. About here. Up and down stairs. Mechanic workshop is being built. Carpenter's workshop is being built. What else is there in the wagon? We need to store all of it somewhere. Gabbro, okay. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Stone. Have 9 stones saved here, stockpiled here. All right, let's take a look at our miners. Okay, so this is not damp stone yet. We can still have up and down stairs mined in here. Oh, is there any wildlife? No. I thought I saw something move. Looks like the snow is retreating. Yeah, we see more and more grass coming up. Okay, here we go. And this is the damp stone. So, access the aquifer. Dig a 2x2 staircase down to the aquifer. Your last non-aquifer layer, first aquifer layer. Okay, that we have. First aquifer layer, last non-aquifer layer. Hopefully. Peat sometimes contains aquifer. Now, dig downstairs next to your 2x2 stairs. All right. In the non-aquifer layer, so in my last non-aquifer layer, we will dig a downstairs here. And dig an up and down stairs into the aquifer below. Use dot for one step. So what else is there in our copper bolts? So okay, let's make a stockpile for ammo. And carpenter, we need a bin. Not this. We need a bin. Make 2, 3 bins, 3 barrels. Okay. And the mechanic. Rock mechanisms. What is needed for a pump? What is needed for a pump? Is mechanisms needed for a pump? Block, enormous corkscrew and a pipe section. Mechanisms are not really needed. Using your logs of wood, build a carpenter's workshop and craft all the parts necessary to build a pump. That is, a block, enormous corkscrew and a pipe section. Okay, so let's save our stone yet. Gabbro is a magma safe stone. Let's have a wooden block. make wooden blocks, pipe section, 2 blocks actually, then a pipe section, and enormous corkscrew. Enormous wooden corkscrew. Here it goes. Looks like we will only need 1 pump at a time, right? Yes, so we only need one pump at a time. That's pretty easy. And then we can make these bins, and then these barrels, and then a bed maybe. Okay. So let's find out what we are dealing with here. We will probably have this, and now it says dig an up and down stairs into the aquifer below. So let's dig an up and down stairs here. And it says digs use the up and downs have just been not yet flooded. Check the description of the It depends on whether we will deal with 1 level or multiple levels. That's why we need to be extra careful here. For a brief moment before this tile gets flooded, we will be able to take a sneak peek at what is below, whether there is there a solid rock below this one single layer of an aquifer, or is there yet another aquifer layer. So that's very important to know, because it's different strategies then. Okay, so and here we see damp sand wall. So we have at least 2 layers of aquifer, at least 2. So first layer is the silty clay loam, and the next aquifer layer is the damp sand below. So that will be tough. So, and now if we are dealing, if it says damp X, it is another aquifer layer, and it says damp sand wall. So, and we proceed with dealing with the upper aquifer levels. Okay, so we deal with the upper aquifer layers. We want to drain 1 level to the aquifer into the other further below. Aha! But how exactly do we do it? We want to drain 1 level of the aquifer into another further below. Aha, I see. So we will use this if we're dealing with multiple levels. You can, if you have breached one, look, this is your soil here layer. First level of aquifer, it will flood, it will pour out water. But if an aquifer is below, aquifer can as well accept water as well as it floods. So this level, this aquifer layer below will actually be made to accept all the water this aquifer pours out. So the water will be sucked in by the second aquifer layer. So you don't need a pump there for this. Right, so now that we know it, that we have multiple layers, we will dig up and down stairs into the aquifer level below. They will quickly become flooded. That's right, they will be flooded. It will only be one layer of aquifer. So this. Then we will dig another downstairs. Okay, so another downstairs here, downstairs here. All right. Gabba says, I'm laughing in the moment at that plumbing work. At the moment it sounds like a lecture in a university. Well, it is, right? You sort of don't know. Well, I have to control myself because it is so easy to make a mistake, and I knew it because I wrote this article about this double slit method, because it was so horribly written up in the forums. It took me like a week to figure out what the guy actually did. And believe me, there is not much room for error here. You dig one wrong tile and you can start all over. This is aquifer you're dealing with. All right, so we and by going through it like this, step by step, it helps me to think about it and make sure that we don't make any stupid mistakes. So now we need these up and down stairs in all of the tiles of the aquifer. Then we will it will quickly become flooded. Now we will pump, then we will pump the water from one slit into the other. A pump can only be placed on a floor, not a staircase, so we will get rid of two staircases and construct a floor here. All right, so as we dig this, we will construct two floor tiles. Construction floor. Yeah, we will need a floor here from logs. This will still be accessible by the other stairs. You will be able to descend down on this floor and build there a pump. We will. Okay, so wooden blocks are being constructed. The other dwarves, I don't know what they should do. There's not much to do for them other than possibly hauling wood, but yeah, they'll have to be freezing for a while. Okay, so it is flooded now, and we know below is damp. So yeah, it is also important to take a look at this stone before it gets flooded, because if a stone gets in contact with water, it automatically becomes damp. So that was essential, because now even if it was stone, and we had flooded these levels, the stone would now be damp. Damp just means if you dig this, water will come out. And of course, if you dig this stone, water will come from above, because there is water. So it is important that this piece of stone was damp even before we had any water up here. That was the moment where we could have seen that, okay, this is an aquifer stone, because even without contact with water it was damp. And now we have the floor where we can build the pump, but we have not the pump parts constructed yet. So let's check on our wagon. We see that we have some bolts, okay, which can't be stockpiled. We have a battle axe and a crossbow, which probably can be stockpiled in a weapon stockpile here. Weapon stockpile, I don't know, we can make a weapon stockpile here, for example. Good. All now depends on our carpenter, how quickly will he build. So we've got log blocks. We will need a pipe section. Check the wildlife. It's only 2 ravens, no grizzly bears, no nothing. Just waiting for the pipe section and for the enormous snowstorm. Oh boy, my dwarves will be unhappy. Caught in a snowstorm. Yeah, probably we should have a gathering area here, as long as it's stormy out there. Meeting zone. Sure. Come on, you've got a meeting zone. Meeting area? Why won't you meet here? I just don't want. The animals go there. My dwarves just don't want to. Okay, it looks like we've got all parts now. Blocks, pipe section and corkscrew. I believe we have one mechanic. Yes, we have. The mechanic now will build a pump, which will pump from the west. Okay, let's pump from the west to the east. So build. Where is pump? Machine components. Screw pump. Change direction. Pump from the west. Build it here. From wood blocks, from corkscrew and pipe section. Okay. Wow, now when the pump is built, it will still not be able to pump because of the downstairs. It must have absolutely clear, unobstructed tile. So we will have to destroy the downstairs, build a screw pump there. Unfortunately, pump won't work if there is stairs in its source tile. Remove the downstairs, channel it out, and start pumping. Good. Okay, so we will have to channel it out and start pumping. Why is nobody? Because nobody is a pump operator. Well, Mr. Pump Operator is everybody. Go on. There's your pump. Oh, come on, guys. Oh, it needs architecture, not only not pump operating, but architecture. Wow, there we go. Architecture, everybody's architect. Gaba says, ironically, I'm dabbling with plumbing too at the moment to build pastures for my sheep in the second and third floor of my above ground fortress. Okay, so you need to pump water up to flood some exterior areas above your fortress which were constructed but have no soil, right? So you need muddy soil there. And here we go. Pump has been designed. Now it should be being constructed. Come on, guys. Needs carpentry. Wow. Oh well, then everybody's carpenter. Okay, pump has been constructed. We will now channel out this thing. So it really pump from the west, right? Pump from the west. West is this side. We will channel out this thing. Okay. And now start pumping. Wonderful. So now as he is pumping, these two tiles have no water, or almost no water, at least a small amount of water which is enough to... Now your miner can access the stairs which were previously flooded. And we will mine yet another up and down stairs. And again we will use one step. So now our miner will be able to make an up and down stairs here. Hunter is coming down. Oh. Justra Galena. Hallelujah. Hosanna. We have a solid rock layer. And galena is an ore of lead and silver, I believe. Galena, let's check it. Lead and silver, yes. So it's about 50% galena ore. It will produce 4 lead bars and 0 to 4 silver bars. with a 50% chance of each silver bar being produced. On average, each nugget galena will produce approximately 2 bars of silver when smelted. Wow! That's even better than silver! And tons and tons of lead. We had native silver ore in Gladehames in our last fortress. And we ran out of silver after how many years? Like 4 years at most. But now the galena is actually richer than native silver because it produces 2 silver bars. I wonder if native silver, how many silver? How many bars of silver does it produce? Silver nuggets. Okay. Silver nugget. Okay, or nuggets. They don't say how many silver bars does one silver nugget produce. While Will Idoni says, "Rest in peace, Gladehames." Yeah, but I think this is a very promising fortress. Well, it doesn't look like we will find any iron ores, but neither had Gladehames any iron ores, and we lived with that quite happily. So, okay, back to the aquifer thing. I want to be through the aquifer before I go to bed today. Where is my wiki? This. All right. Mine 2 up and downstairs 1 step. Here you 2 should peek under the second layer of aquifer to know what you will have to deal. So further down we have a galena solid rock layer. Once the up and down stairs are dug, disassemble the pump, turn it to the other direction, and then have the stairs there. Wonderful. Okay, so that we can do. Let's wait for this. And here you see the water pouring down from the upper level, pouring down to the galena, and you can see that the galena is damp now, although we knew when it was revealed it was not damp, it was solid and mineable. All right, so the stairs are dug, we can disassemble the pump. Hopefully no parts will go down to the channel. Egberg Arnal, Linus, welcome. New Embark, full aquifer Embark, and freezing cold Embark. So that is what we have, and it's called Tonepages. So Tonepages. Okay, pump's been deconstructed. I hope we have no pump parts in the channel. It has not happened to me yet. We have all 3 pump parts here. So now, build machine screw pump. Pump from the west. Not pump from the west, but pump from the east. Pump from the east. And pretty much channel this thing out. It's been designed by an architect now, and it's constructed. Now we start pumping. And so you see, this aquifer, it is spilling water out, but this water immediately falls down. It doesn't even fill the tile, it just slides down the wall into the next aquifer layer and gets absorbed by it. So this aquifer layer is not absorbed because it's the layer under it has not been breached yet, but that is what we're going to do. We will now pump it out, pump the water out so the miner can access it. Yeah, the water is being pumped out to the other slit. Our miner can access this, and we will mine an up and down staircase here, and again hope that we have that there is like not a step in the aquifer. Aquifer can differ in thickness. There can be half a map. Well, there can be an area with 2 layers of aquifer and another area with 3 layers of aquifer. What you want to have both slits on an equally thick aquifer. So let's hope that it's both sides have only 2 layers of aquifer. I'm one-stepping this because it's very important to check the very first moment you clear this area. The very first moment you see the rock be revealed, or whatever tile be revealed here, check whether it's damp or not. Because later it will be damp no matter what. So, and this is rough-hewn basalt wall, so it's not damp. It's perfectly safe to dig through this. That's basalt. And that is a magma-safe material, isn't it? Basalt. Let me check. Dwarf Fortress Wiki. Basalt. Yes! It is magma safe. Excellent. So we have dug this. So this is aquifer, first aquifer layer, second aquifer layer, and below this we have, just as here in this tutorial, level below the second aquifer level, which is solid rock. Now you can stop and dismantle the pump. The upper aquifer layer is being drained into the lower one, and it's accessible without the help of a pump. That's right. Well, not quite. We still need to dig the second downstairs. And you already see that it's being flooded here. That is because this layer is an aquifer layer and it just leaks water. But this tile is being dug from above. Excellent. So, and here we also see that this is a solid rock. Okay, so now we can dismantle the pump. And follow the thing here. So secure the upper aquifer layer. You can now secure the upper aquifer layer by cautiously walling it off. The procedure described here takes about 1 in-game month per level of aquifer. Wow. It involves building walls to see the aquifer off. To build the walls more quickly, build them out of blocks rather than stone or wood. To get the least amount of job cancellation, build them in the order suggested here. Okay. So let's have wood blocks built. Wooden blocks. So check it out. So we will have these walls. So dig the aquifer tiles to the north and south of the slits. Okay, let's do this. So dig like this, aquifer north and south. Build walls there. Okay. We don't have blocks yet, so there is so it's already February, so it's been 1 month and we are not through the aquifer yet. We have just measured its thickness basically. Oh no, we need the pipe sections. Well, nothing bad has happened, luckily, with the pump sections. Do we have some blocks now? No. Okay, we will have a stockpile PCT of wood blocks. Blocks of wood be stockpiled here. Yep, there we go. Actually, yeah, that's one pipe section block. Yeah, we can start building here. Build a wall or construction wall. Hazelwood blocks. And oh, did I say hazelwood blocks or logs? I mean, I said blocks, but did I select blocks? Blocks. Okay, we need blocks. Shahid is happy to see a new dwarf fortress. Yes, and as you can tell, we are drilling through the aquifer. It's a 2-layer aquifer. So carpenter, everybody is a carpenter, isn't he? and we will get some job cancellations here. So construction is initiated. Water is not giving up yet. Okay, build construction wall. We don't have wood blocks yet. We need to wait until the next wood block is constructed. Partially constructed, nearly done, and done. Optimus, quite enjoyable. I'm looking forward to this one. I'm looking forward to, because this is really heavy work. It's such a challenge to drill through the aquifer that you really we have a new block of wood. A wall should be constructed here from blocks. Nearly done and done. So, but this doesn't mean that this aquifer is secured. We still need walls here, right? But before we do that, we will construct walls here and here. We're just waiting for another wood block. Our carpenter is a slow worker. There comes a wood block. We will designate wall construction right here, and hopefully it will be built without cancellations. That's right. And yet another wood block. All right. Build construction wall over here. Okay, no, we still need the wood block to be stockpiled. Now we can designate wall construction. All right, so this we have, right, to build walls there. Then we'll build walls here and here. Once they are built, we can already mine. Oh, let him construct the wall first. Okay, mine. Okay. I wonder. Oh, an aquifer does not leak water diagonally, so this tile will not leak water into this tile. So we only need the 12 outside walls. All right. Do we have blocks? No. Well, we have one block. Build construction wall here. Okay. Can already dig this. There's another block. Build construction wall here. Do we have another block? Nope, yet. Now build construction wall here. No units nearby. Build construction wall. There we go. Blocks. And we dig this. Do you have another block? Looks like we have. Build construction wall here. So that will give us this stage. Now dig one staircase and one wall. And build one wall here. Wonder if you can make it in parallel, but don't overdo it. Yeah, so dig one up and down staircase. And we will dig one wall and we will build construction wall here once we have another wood block. Now it's even harder to designate. You can designate it only while it has only one level of water. Build construction wall here. And it will, this is where you get the job cancellations. Yep, cancelled, almost cancelled. Suspended, I can unsuspend. Yeah, they are running away from it. Construction initiated. Initiated. Suspended. It's going to run away from it. Partially constructed now. Nearly done. Suspend it again. Done. All right. So proceed until we have this, which means we will dig another staircase. And another wall. And another constructed wall will build from wood blocks. Suspended. Suspended again. And another time. Construction initiated, yeah. Suspended. Partially constructed. Nearly done. And done. Now we will dig this. And this. And build another construction here. Wood blocks. Why don't we have any wood blocks? Because they are sleeping. Looks like something horrible has happened. Nothing horrible has happened. I just did not designate. Wood blocks. Build construction wall. There will be a lot of job cancellation again. Nearly done. Done. DI. This and this. Blocks. So this should be fairly easy. Done. So we have secured the first level of aquifer. Ezix, greetings. I wonder what happened to our dog counterparts. What happened indeed? Ah, they are still there. Hunting dog and a stray dog. Oh, or dog counterparts. Can't you mean like cats? 2 cats roaming the area. So now proceed until you have this. We have this. Now you have secured 1 level of aquifer. If there are at least 2 other below, you can repeat this. No. Else, follow the procedure described in dealing with the lowest aquifer level. Previously, you mean in the previous fortress of yesterday? Ah, that fortress is abandoned. The world is deleted. I did not want to play it further with this haunted or terrifying thing. So then we have, if you've come here after you've been drilling, yes, from more aquifer, starting point will look like this. Okay. In any case, we must now prepare our grounds for pumping the last aquifer level from one slit to another. Preparing the grounds. If you have nothing but your probing downstairs, you'll be done with this step in no time. Yeah. If, however, your slits are filled with nothing but up and down stairs, things will become more complicated. Pumps cannot pump from a source tile which has stairs. Yet you must keep both slits accessible for your dwarves. Therefore, replace 2 of your up and down stairs with floors. Okay. Channel out the source tile for the pump. Good. Okay, so this is the last aquifer layer, and we need to pump from here to here. The last aquifer layer yeah, anyway, we need to build a floor. Just wonder how your subscribers died. Oh no, the dogs did not die there. They were spared. And the creatures, actually, we did not play the fortress until the fortress has crumbled, because it took so long. The frame rate was like half a frame per second, really, and the demons took forever to kill everybody. We spent like 1 month with 26 dwarves in the hospital, and they still were busy killing the livestock. So they did not get out of the fortress. We just abandoned it. Or retired. I actually retired the fortress. Screw pump. Channel out the source tile. Okay, here we pump from the east again. Right, so pump from the east. And we will... You could rename these dogs then later. Yes, we have... So far we've got only 2 dogs, so... And we will channel out this. Now start pumping, I think. Start pumping and build a ramp in the pump's source tile in lowest aquifer layer. Build a ramp. That is most important. This ramp will save your lives. Start pumping. Okay, now build a ramp in the pump's source tile. Build construction ramp. From wood blocks. Was it cancelled? Please, I wish to... Yes, this. The ramp is constructed. Okay. Don't dig out both stairs of a slit. The slit must remain accessible at all times. Enter via ramp or via stairs. Only now, when you have built the ramp, which will serve your dwarf for accessing the slit, you can prepare the next tile of the slit like this. Which means what? Which means build another ramp or what? Channel it out. Channel out the other tile of the slit. While pumping, build another ramp there. Okay. So we will channel out this. And BCR, build another ramp while pumping. What did I? No, I did not. The ramp is constructed, right? The ramp is constructed, okay. While pumping, build another ramp there. Now we need to move the pump onto the other pair of stairs, but must be careful to not lose access to this level from above. Why do we need? Why can't we just turn the pump? We proceed this way. Deconstruct the pump and the floor. Construct up and down stairs to keep this level accessible. Okay. Deconstruct the pump. And the floor. Build, construct an up and down stairs to keep this level accessible. Make sure that they connect to the other stairs in the level above. So level above. Ha! There is no stairs level above. So we need to deconstruct these as well. We can BCX these up and down stairs. BCX up and down stairs. And then we will, well, hopefully when these are built, we will build a floor here. And the pump. Okay, so BCF. Okay, and now pump. Pumping from the west. Okay, pumping from the west. Yeah, that would be okay. Build screw pump from the west. Aha, needs blocks. Okay, we need blocks. Wow, they are sleeping in the winter cold. Damn it, we need blocks. Come on, make blocks on repeat, damn it. Pump from the east, pumping from the west, pumping from the west. Good. Now channel this out. Start pumping and build a ramp in the pump source style. Okay. Start pumping. Now build construction ramp. The ramp is there. Now then again, this is how your lowest secured level should look like now. It is. You can now proceed with walling off the last aquifer level. This part will take about 2 to 3 months in-game time. You start this step with either one of these scenarios. Yeah, your lowest dry level, you have been digging through aquifer, yes. They only differ, okay. As you will be constructing walls in an aquifer layer, the construction will get suspended very often. Yet every time your carpenters, masons, construction will proceed a bit, yes, constructing walls or blocks rather than construct. Keep in mind that dwarves cannot construct a wall if they can construct, if they only can access. That's a bad word order. They cannot construct a wall if they can access it only diagonally. Hence you will need to build the hardly accessible walls first. That's also bad reasoning here. Best you follow this tutorial exactly. Okay, build this wall first. Whatever you say, tutorial, build this wall first. Then build this wall. Okay. So we will dig this. And dig this. Now build construction wall here. Yeah, this is quite eagle. This is still okay. Suspended. Partially constructed already. Nearly done now. And constructed. Then we'll need another wall here. Okay. Then we will mine this. Construction wall out of blocks here. Excellent, and this wall now. Okay. Build these walls one by one. Yes, theoretically you could now take a shortcut and build a wall instead of the stairs in the southwestern corner. Then you could be safe to make an up and down staircase instead of the ramp in the pump source. This would grant you an one by one access through your aquifer. You could in turn find a sink for all aquifer layers. And pierce through the aquifer from below. Draining it across multiple Z levels. I don't like the idea of it. It is safer anyway. Yeah, leave the ramp and stairs in the slit. You will need them both for access and as a water sink. Deconstruct the pump and rebuild it, pumping from the other direction. Here, pump from the east. You will pump from the east. You will repeat the procedure mirrored. Okay. Very well then. Have this pump deconstructed. Bender says, kobolds keep running about my fortress. Can you see what they stole if they only got 3 items that are forbidden? Do they hold something else? Well, I don't know if you can see. If you can't see it in their inventory, then probably you can. They may have a sack. They may have a bag on their back. So if you can check out the contents of their bag, then you may see more, but pump from the east. Start pumping from the east. Okay, and we will dig out these. Build construction wall here made out of blocks. Okay, dig this. I think it is enough blocks now. It is enough blocks so we can have the carpenter make some beds. Okay, now dig this. Blocks. Oh, yes. Okay, then build the rest. Okay, build this wall, then build the rest. Deconstruct the ramp. Deconstruct the ramp in the source tile of the pump and build a wall there. You will be able to build a wall there right away if you've dug the ramp rather than constructed it, which is not the case. Deconstruct the ramp in the pump source tile if it was constructed rather than dug, and construct a wall there. Must remove construction here. But why construct a wall there? I wonder. Oh, because we must not allow this to be filled with water. We need as little water as possible here. Bender says, they get spotted away from the stalks and nothing's missing, so I guess they are scared shitless by the dogs and axe dwarves and just run. By the way, I found aquifer as well. It sucks, can't dig down at the moment. Wait, don't you have any solid rock to dig around the aquifer? Road construction wall here. Oh no. Ah, thank goodness. It is now summer. I thought our game died. Okay. So wall. Construct a wall there. Deconstruct the pump and the 2 floors underneath it. Build an up and down staircase there. Make sure that to connect some stairs above. That is very important. Yes, okay, so deconstruct the pump. It happens to me, says Optimus. Just wait and do not touch anything until it unfreezes, okay? Ah, yeah, the fortress. Thank goodness it recovered. I lost many fortresses due to an infinite hang or crash. Yeah, this year I experienced it once, this endless hang. Deconstruct the pump and the floor, they said. And instead of the floor, we will build an up and down staircase, yeah. Now the finale. Here we will need to build the pump instead of the 2 southern up and down staircases. You can build the floor over them right away if they are dug elsewhere, else you will have to deconstruct them first. Yeah, we'll have to deconstruct them. Deconstruct them all right. Build a pump next to the south eastern slit tile to pump from the east. Okay. Because this is still flooded, yes, it's still flooded. This is being still flooded. Pump from the east. Okay. Can't you build meshes? Okay, start pumping and dig these walls. Start pumping and dig these walls. Okay, so let's dig them. Okay, now we will have to build this wall first. Will Idoni says Nagdal will be dreaming about pumps and floods tonight. Yeah, I think so. I'm quite tired now, but I want to be done with this before I save the game and call it a session, because tomorrow I want to start building our fortress rather than drilling through the aquifer. It takes so much time, but once you are through, the next other hole will be quite easy, because you can use the caverns as drainage. Oh, excellent. This wall, then this. Well, and then this wall. Ah, he's fallen asleep there. Okay, so it is most important that we not dig this tile, We must deconstruct the pump, but if he's asleep, will he drown? Can't let him sleep a whole season there. Can I? How many days will he sleep? 10 days or what? Okay. Deconstruct the pump. And don't dig the last piece of aquifer in that corner. You will now need it as a sink. Deconstruct the pump and turn it over to pump from the west. Pump from the west. For the pump to work, you will need to remove, channel out the stairs over the pump's source tile. Yes. Build screw pump. Pump from the west. Good, and then channel out. Okay. Okay, channel out the stair above pumps. Pumping from the west. Dig these walls. Okay, dig these walls. Good, then let's do it. Start pumping. And we will dig these walls. And build, of course, build construction wall here. Wonderful. And this wall, right? Build the other walls one by one. Okay, build construction wall here. What's an optimized setup in world creation for a pocket world to be well populated? Wow, I don't know. I never play with world generation, but there is a world gen cookbook in the forums. Maybe you ask in that thread there. Okay, and then build the other walls. And then we will build this wall. Okay, so yes, we have, it seems, secured the first 2x2. Now deconstruct the pump and the floor underneath it. You won't need it anymore. The only way how to safely dig the last piece of the aquifer is diagonally from above, because aquifer don't leak that way. Therefore, what? Okay, deconstruct pump and floor underneath. Floor in pump deconstruct, and a floor underneath deconstruct. The only way how to safely dig the last piece of aquifer is diagonally from above. Because aquifer don't leak that way, therefore construct up and downstairs when the pump was. Dig up and downstairs into the last aquifer tile. Once the last aquifer tile is gone, the 7 of 7 water on the ramp tile will spread and eventually evaporate. It is safe to deconstruct the inner walls and ramps now. First, dig the stairs onto the last aquifer tile, into the last aquifer tile. So dig up and down here. Okay. Tile is done. Once it is safe to deconstruct the walls and ramps now. Okay, deconstruct the walls and ramps here. Wait a moment. And build up and down stairs as necessary. Wow, we are through the aquifer. We made it through. Wow. So, Tonepages. It is midsummer and Tonepages has access to rock and underground. Like not real underground, but not the underworld, but solid rock. It was tough. So how long did it take us? 3.5 hours. 3.5 hours with Embark and aquifer. All right, guys. Yeah, we will proceed with it. Look at this. The brook is still frozen, but the snow is almost gone. And we have water. And depot will have to be outside. All right. So let me save this here. Go to bed. It's 11 p.m. Much later than I wanted to play. We will proceed tomorrow. So even though we've lost like 5 months by digging through the aquifer, I think we can still make it before the winter entombs us. and continue this fortress. Tonepages. Thanks for watching. Laku noć. Is it noć or noc? I never know whether it's laku noc. Ah, yeah, laku noć, indeed. Laku noć. Croatian. Good. What noit is that? What language is that? Noit. It's like, isn't it? Is it? I guess it's Portuguese, but let me check. Yes, Portugal, Brazil. Yeah, good guess. Noć. Okay, Yugoslavia. Sorry, sorry. Laku noć. Good night.